Real love is not a feeling that comes and goes with the weather of life. It is a decision, a commitment, and a powerful force that transforms hearts, minds, and destinies. In a world where love is often confused with attraction, convenience, or temporary excitement, we must pause and ask ourselves, what is real love, truly? Real love grows stronger with time because it is not built on temporary emotions, excitement, or moments of convenience. It is built on consistency, choice, and daily commitment. When time passes, attraction may change, circumstances may shift, and challenges may arise, but real love deepens instead of disappearing. It does not weaken under pressure, it matures. Time reveals character, and real love is proven in how two people continue to choose each other even when it is not easy. As time moves forward, real love learns patience. It understands that growth is a process and that people are not perfect. Instead of demanding instant change, it allows room for mistakes, learning, and improvement. Real love does not keep score of past failures. It focuses on progress. With time, it becomes less reactive and more understanding, responding with wisdom rather than emotion. Real love grows stronger with shared experiences. The joyful moments create memories, but it is the difficult seasons that truly strengthen the bond. Facing problems together builds trust and unity. When two people walk through uncertainty, disappointment, or hardship side by side, love develops roots that go deeper than words. It becomes resilient, grounded, and unshakable. With time, real love becomes more selfless. In the beginning, love may be focused on how someone makes you feel. But as it grows, the focus shifts toward care, support, and responsibility. It begins to ask, how can I help you grow? Rather than what am I receiving? This kind of love finds joy in giving and fulfillment in seeing the other person thrive. Real love also grows stronger as communication deepens. Time teaches how to listen, how to speak with kindness, and how to resolve conflict without damaging respect. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations, real love learns to handle them with honesty and grace. Misunderstandings become opportunities to understand each other better rather than reasons to walk away. As years pass, real love develops trust that cannot be easily shaken. Trust is not built overnight. It is formed through consistent actions, reliability, and truthfulness. When words align with behavior over time, security is created. This trust allows love to rest, to feel safe, and to grow without fear or suspicion. Real love strengthens when forgiveness becomes a habit rather than an exception. Time reveals flaws, weaknesses, and imperfections, but real love does not allow bitterness to take root. It chooses to forgive, release resentment, and move forward. Each act of forgiveness clears space for love to grow deeper and healthier. With time, real love learns acceptance. It stops trying to change the other person and starts appreciating who they truly are. It recognizes strengths without ignoring weaknesses. This acceptance creates emotional safety where both people feel seen, valued, and respected. Love flourishes in an environment where authenticity is welcomed. Real love grows stronger as it aligns with shared values and purpose. Over time, priorities become clearer, and love is reinforced when both people move in the same direction. When values match and goals are supported, love becomes stable and enduring. It is no longer driven by impulse, but guided by intention. As time continues, real love transforms from something you feel into something you live. It becomes a steady presence rather than an emotional rush. It shows up every day through loyalty, understanding, respect, and care. Time does not weaken real love. It refines it, shapes it, and strengthens it layer by layer. It stands by you during difficult moments and never walks away, because real love is not afraid of struggle or discomfort. When life becomes heavy and situations feel overwhelming, real love does not disappear or make excuses. It stays present, offering strength through presence rather than empty words. In moments of weakness, it becomes a source of stability instead of judgment. During difficult times, real love chooses commitment over convenience. When circumstances change and challenges arise, it does not look for an exit. Instead of asking how to escape the situation, it asks how to endure and overcome it together. This kind of love understands that hardship is not a sign to leave, but an opportunity to grow closer. Real love stands firm when emotions are tested. There are seasons when frustration, disappointment, or exhaustion try to create distance, but real love refuses to abandon the bond. It remains steady when feelings fluctuate, holding on to the deeper promise that was made beyond emotions. It does not base its loyalty on how easy the moment feels. When pain enters the picture, real love does not minimize it or turn away. It listens, supports, and carries the weight alongside you. It does not rush healing or demand strength before you are ready. Instead, it allows space for vulnerability and offers comfort without conditions or pressure. Real love does not leave when mistakes are made. It understands that. Failure is part of being human. Rather than walking away at the first sign of imperfection, it chooses patience and grace. It confronts issues with honesty but without cruelty, seeking restoration rather than abandonment. In moments of uncertainty, real love remains consistent. When answers are unclear and the future feels unstable, it does not withdraw. It stays grounded, offering reassurance through actions and reliability. This consistency builds a sense of safety that strengthens the bond even in unpredictable situations. Real love stands beside you when the world feels against you. When external pressures, criticism, or setbacks arise, it does not distance itself to protect its own comfort. It remains loyal, defending the connection and offering encouragement instead of doubt. It becomes a shield rather than an added burden. During emotional storms, real love stays calm. It does not react with harshness or impatience. It understands that difficult moments require empathy and understanding, not abandonment. By staying emotionally available, it allows healing to take place instead of creating deeper wounds. Real love does not walk away when growth becomes uncomfortable. Change can be challenging, and personal development often comes with struggle. Real love stays during these seasons, supporting progress rather than resisting it. It understands that transformation is not instant and that true connection requires perseverance through every challenge. Real love proves its strength by remaining present. It shows that loyalty is not spoken, but demonstrated in difficult moments. It does not leave when life becomes complicated or heavy. It stays, supports, and stands firm, even when walking away would be easier. It is not just physical. It is rooted in the heart, the mind, and respect. Real love goes far beyond attraction or outward appearance, physical connection. It may spark interest, but it is the emotional bond that gives love depth and meaning. When love is rooted in the heart, it carries sincerity, care, and genuine concern for the other person's well-being, not just momentary desire. Love grounded in the heart expresses itself through compassion and empathy. It feels the joy and pain of the other person and responds with sensitivity rather than indifference. This emotional connection creates closeness that cannot be replaced by physical presence alone. It allows two people to feel understood, valued, and emotionally safe with one another. Real love is also rooted in the mind. It involves conscious thought, understanding, and intention. It considers words before speaking and actions before reacting. Love of the mind chooses wisdom over impulse and maturity over emotional outbursts. It understands that strong relationships are built through thoughtful decisions, not careless reactions. When love is rooted in the mind, communication becomes meaningful. Conversations go beyond surface level talk and reach into beliefs, values, and perspectives. There is a willingness to listen, to learn, and to grow together. This mental connection creates alignment and reduces unnecessary conflict, strengthening the relationship over time. Respect is a foundation that holds love together. Without respect, love becomes unstable and damaging. Real love honors boundaries, individuality, and personal values. It does not control, belittle, or manipulate. Respect allows both people to feel equal, appreciated, and free to be themselves. Love rooted in respect values dignity over dominance. It does not seek to overpower or change the other person to fit personal desires. Instead, it supports growth while honoring differences. Respectful love encourages confidence and self-worth rather than insecurity or fear. When love is not just physical, it does not fade with time or change in appearance. It remains strong because it is connected to deeper qualities like character, integrity, and consistency. This kind of love adapts and matures as life changes, remaining steady through different seasons. A love rooted in the heart and mind understands the importance of emotional safety. It creates an environment where honesty is welcomed and vulnerability is protected. There is no fear of being judged for feelings or thoughts. This safety allows love to flourish naturally and deeply. Real love also recognizes responsibility. It understands that actions have impact and chooses care over carelessness. Love guided by respect is mindful of how words and behaviors affect the other person. It seeks to build rather than damage, to heal rather than harm. When love is rooted in the heart, the mind, and respect, it becomes balanced and strong. It is not driven by impulse or temporary satisfaction, but guided by understanding, commitment, and honor. It values connection over possession and depth over surface-level attraction. Real love is built on trust, loyalty, and understanding, and these qualities are developed through time, consistency, and sincere effort. Trust forms when words and actions align repeatedly, creating a sense of safety and reliability. It allows two people to feel secure, knowing they can depend on each other without fear of betrayal or deception. Trust grows through honesty, even when honesty is uncomfortable. Real love does not hide behind half-truths or silence. It values transparency and chooses truth over convenience. When trust is present, doubts lose their power, and the relationship becomes a place of peace rather than constant questioning. Loyalty is the strength that keeps love steady during pressure. It means standing firm not only in public moments, but also in private decisions. Real loyalty is shown when no one is watching, when temptations arise, and when commitment is tested. It protects the bond and refuses to compromise the relationship for temporary gain. Real love understands that loyalty is not just about staying, but about choosing the relationship every day. It is expressed through faithfulness in actions, words, and intentions. Loyalty creates stability and reassures both hearts that the connection is valued and protected. Understanding brings depth to love. It requires listening with patience and responding with empathy. Real love seeks to understand feelings, perspectives, and experiences rather than dismissing them. This understanding reduces conflict and builds emotional closeness. When understanding is present, differences are handled with respect instead of resistance. Real love accepts that two people will not always think or feel the same, yet it values those differences without allowing them to divide the relationship. Understanding creates space for growth rather than tension. Trust, loyalty, and understanding work together to create emotional security. When these elements are strong, love becomes a safe place where vulnerability is welcomed. There is no fear of being judged, abandoned, or misunderstood. This security allows love to deepen naturally. Real love does not demand perfection. it recognizes human flaws and chooses patience over criticism. Trust allows room for mistakes. Loyalty ensures commitment through imperfection, and understanding provides compassion instead of harshness. Together, they create a balanced and healthy connection. As these qualities grow, love becomes more resilient. Challenges do not easily break it because the foundation is strong. Trust prevents suspicion, loyalty prevents distance, and understanding prevents resentment. Love remains steady even when circumstances change. Real love built on trust, loyalty, and understanding creates a bond that is consistent and enduring. It strengthens emotional connection, promotes mutual respect, and allows both people to grow together without fear or insecurity. It supports your growth and genuinely wants to see you happy, because real love is not threatened by progress or personal success. Instead of feeling insecure when you evolve, real love encourages you to become the best version of yourself. It understands that growth is necessary for fulfillment and does not try to limit your potential for its own comfort. Real love celebrates your achievements without jealousy or competition. It takes joy in your victories, whether big or small, and stands proudly beside you as you move forward. Rather than comparing or diminishing your success, it recognizes your progress as something valuable and meaningful. When growth requires change, real love remains supportive. Change can be uncomfortable, but real love does not resist it. It understands that personal development may shift habits, perspectives, or priorities, yet it chooses encouragement over resistance. This support creates confidence and motivation rather than fear of losing connection. Real love offers guidance without control. It gives honest advice when needed, but respects your ability to make your own decisions. Instead of forcing direction, it provides insight with care and wisdom. This balance allows growth to happen freely and authentically. When challenges arise during growth, real love becomes a source of strength. It understands that progress often includes setbacks, doubts, and moments of uncertainty. Rather than criticizing or withdrawing support, it offers patience and reassurance, helping you move forward with confidence. Real love also understands that happiness looks different for everyone. It does not impose its own definition of success or joy onto why. Instead, it listens, observes, and supports what truly fulfills you. This respect for individuality allows happiness to be genuine rather than forced. When love truly wants to see you happy, it makes sacrifices without resentment. It understands that sometimes your growth requires time, energy, or space. Rather than viewing this as loss, real love sees it as an investment in your well-being and future. Real love encourages emotional and mental growth as well. It supports healing, self-awareness, and inner strength. It does not rush your process or invalidate your feelings. Instead, it provides a safe environment where growth can happen at a natural and healthy pace. As you grow, real love grows with you. It adapts, learns, and evolves rather than holding on to outdated expectations. This flexibility allows the relationship to remain strong even as both individuals change and mature. Real love finds fulfillment in your happiness. It does not see your joy as separate from its own. When you are at peace, confident, and fulfilled, real love feels strengthened, knowing it played a role in supporting your journey.